Hey everyone, Jamie here from TechnicalCafe.com. Welcome to your 5th HTML tutorial. In the last couple tutorials we've been talking about how to set up and space text and make text look nice and stuff like that. So I figured in this tutorial we're going to continue talking about text, but instead of regular paragraph text, we're going to be talking about header text. Header text is used basically to show something like a header of a section, like a paragraph or something, and also to emphasize stuff like that. So let me just set up our HTML document here using our HTML tags. By the way, I've already saved this document, so just to save a little bit of time here, so include our header, title. We'll call this header text, and then we'll come down here and add in our body. Alright, so let me just save this up here, and as you can see there's nothing on the page here, and that's because we haven't added any text yet, as you probably already know. So let me just create a regular paragraph. Actually, we'll create a regular text. This is a line of text without any formatting, and then we'll use some paragraph tags and create a separate line. This is a paragraph in HTML, and I'll save those out for you. So if we come over to here, you'll notice that they're the exact same, the only difference being that the paragraph tag has some spaces. So what header text is it's used to basically emphasize a paragraph or an image or something. You can use it in any way you want. You can have it at the top of the page, and it's just a big text. So the way that we display the headers is we use the header tag. Let me just get rid of this actually. And the header tag is just H followed by a number 1 to 6. So H1 is the largest or most important header according to W3 Schools, and it's just the biggest one basically. So there's 6 different sizes, and 6 is the smallest one. So you can kind of correlate that with least importance. But depending on how you're designing your site and how you want it to look, you can just use 1 to 6, and I'll show you what it looks like. This is a header, and the header tags, like most other text tags, have closing tags, just so because if you didn't close it, everything underneath would also be a header, and you don't want that because it's huge text. So if we save it out and come over here and refresh, and notice that the header tag is quite large, and we'll add a paragraph or just some regular text just for a size comparison here. And you'll notice what it is and how different it is. So you could use this as like a website title, or to emphasize a paragraph, or show what something's going to be about. The choice is entirely up to you. So if we come on back to our page here, our code, I'll show you what the second header looks like. And let's say this is a header 2 tag. And we'll close that off. And we'll refresh and come back over. And you'll see that it's a little bit smaller, but it's still bold, it's still quite large, and it's there to emphasize stuff. So continuing on, we'll go H3, a header 3 tag, and we'll add H4 as well. And we'll keep going. Probably be easier if I copied and pasted, but 5 tag. H5. Oop, made an error up here. I typed 3 instead of 4. And if we keep going, H6. This is the smallest header, H6. And here we go, we'll refresh. So this is actually kind of, I think it looks smaller than the regular text if you were using a paragraph or something, but it's still bold, and you can still create different uses for these. Sometimes I use this for like a title of a website, just to make it look out there, like show what the website's about. These ones also come in handy too if you're trying to describe like sections and stuff, and these ones you can also use describing stuff like that. So it's just an interesting thing that you should be able to have in your HTML toolbox, I guess you could say, especially if you're writing paragraphs or designing websites that have certain sections and stuff like that. If we come over to the W3 Schools page on headers, it'll show you, if you click on try it yourself, you can edit the text and whatnot. But there's 6 major tags, H1 being the biggest, H6 being the smallest. And there's a bunch of different attributes. If you want to align the headers, you can actually come over here and I'll show you H1. If you want to center it, you can say center. And we save it. We come on up, and this will be centered. There's all different ones. There's left, right, justify. You can just play around with those. There's other standard attributes that you can use, but right now these aren't really important in what we're learning right now, though they are important in some aspects of HTML. But similar to the font tag, there are attributes and a bunch of other tags that you can try if you want to, but for now we're just going to leave it like that. And this is basically headers. So I'll just put another line of text, regular text. And then as you can see, this is regular text, bigger than the header 6, but it's still, you can still tell that this is the header. So like I said before, headers are important. You can use them for a bunch of different things, emphasis, defining paragraphs, stuff like that, titles. So they're just it's a good thing to have and use. And also, if you notice that the header tags, you don't need to put a line break underneath because it does it automatically, similar to a paragraph tag. So it's just something to be aware of. And if you were to put a line break, you'd have some extra space here. But that's the header tags. Feel free to play around with them, add them to regular text, stuff like that. Come on over to the W3 Schools website, check out some of the attributes and stuff like that. These ones right here are probably mostly used for JavaScript, so until you learn some JavaScript, these might not necessarily work. But yeah, you can just come around, play around, see what they're all about. It's a good thing to have, and thanks for watching.